Hi dear Sagittarius, this is Anastasia for Amira Salon channel with your 2019 general reading. I'm going to use today two decks of cards. First of all, I will be pulling out three cards from Golden Tarot deck by Cat Black, and the first card would be for your romantic relationships, for partnerships, and whatever concerns your communication with other people. The second card that I will pull out for you will be for professional life, for job situation, for career, for your creativity. And the third card would be for your general health, finances, and general well-being. Also, I would like to pull out one complementary card from the second deck, which is here, and it's called Spirit Animal Awareness Cards. And we will see what would be the recurring or echoing topic or theme that will be coming to you for 2018 from the second deck. So let's begin shuffling the cards for Sagittarius 2019. And the first card that we're looking for is about partnerships, romance, love, friendship, and communication with the significant others. Okay, let me just... Oops. One card just wants to pop up, and it's Queen of Swords. And the second card is for profession. Oh, we have King of Swords. Looks like for Sagittarius, for many of you, there will be a very, people with strong characters and behavior. Oh, and the Emperor, look at that, for your overall well-being. But for this, I would say it's very, very positive. So let's see what we have here. First of all, the Queen of Swords in the position for relationships, for romance, for love, is a sign that many of you will be dealing with some kind of conflicts and arguments with your significant others, or you are dealing with a very strong personality. Or it can also mean that you have to be this strong person who has to cut out all unnecessary things that are kind of stumbling the happiness and harmony in your personal relationships. Queen of Swords, it's the card that shows that there is something that you have to get rid of in order to move on in a more, in a happier or smoother way. Queen of Swords, it's the card of a strong personality, a person who is influencing your romantic life. It could be in positive way, because usually and particularly for Sagittarius, for fire signs, it's very important to have a very strong personality and attractive person as a partner, because otherwise they will be bored with people who have no creativity or who have no intellect or enough intellect. Queen of Swords, it's a personality of a strong, not only character and power, but also a strong, maybe sexual attractiveness. So you're attracted by this person, and you really would like to build a very strong and happy relationship with them. And by the way, the fact that Queen of Swords reflects a female personality, we can talk here about also a male personality that this card can represent. So it's all about the energy. Interestingly, we can see a butterfly here. So it doesn't mean that these people represented by a Queen of Swords, they are necessarily rough, harsh, or rude in some way. They could be, but they also understand beauty and love, and they could be caring. But they are people who are easy to speak the truth without you know, covering the truth with beautiful words, let's put it this way. So if they don't like something, they bring it to the table up front, and therefore sometimes it's hard to have a very happy and smooth relationship with them. So you have to think about that, and don't get it too seriously if you have a conflict with the strong personality as your partner, who are, you know, talking about maybe side shadow of your own personality, of your behavior that they are not happy with. The point here is that you have to be prepared in 2019 to find compromise with people who you are attracted to. It also can show influence, a very influential parent who is somehow trying to warn you against a union or you know, relationship with a person who you are in love with, and they are just trying to cut, like literally with their intellect, with the harsh words, with criticism. They would like to cut you off this relationship because they don't like it, they don't approve your choice of partner. So again, you have to find a compromise, or you have to explain to your parent or maybe influential adult, maybe you depend on their resources and they need their approval. You have to show your partner or explain your choice without, you know, heavy words, or without getting into the conflict, but with trying to show the light of these people, of your partner, and explain to your adult or your parent or influential adult what is there in your partner of your choice that they also can appreciate them for. Very interesting situation. Yeah, I'm just visioning that there are some people who are watching, they really would like to represent new partners into their family and to show this person of their choice to their family, to their parents, and mostly mothers could be not approving of that choice, and you guys need to find a lot of compromise and energies, a lot of you need to put a lot of patience into this situation. And also think about that, like it's the partner is for you, not for your parent, right? So maybe you should not wait for a lot of approval in the first place, and just try to find compromise in any way, and try to show your strength and show your maturity, saying, you know what, this is my life and I have to deal with my choices. I make my choices and I will live with them. What else is coming to my mind? Well, there could be that some Sagittarius who are watching, they could be representing these people. So if you are resonating with an influential figure in your children's lives and you are not approving of their choices, of their partners, please mind the same truth, that this person, the partner that your children choose for themselves, it's not for you to live with in the first place. And if your children are happy, let them be, and don't try to interfere as much with harsh words, with a lot of criticism, judgmental comments about choices of the partner coming from your children. So I think that would be one of the very important themes for many of you who are watching in 2019 in regard to love and relationship. There's also someone who is watching there thinking that it's time to separate from their partners, romantic partners, because of a lot of conflicts going on, and you're you are not happy anymore with this union, and you have to try to communicate your concerns to your partner. And if it doesn't work, instead of just being all the time in a battle, you really have to say goodbye or to separate for some time and see how it goes. because you're depleting your energy in this union. You're really somebody's on the verge of divorce, and it's a kind of harsh energy, you know, in this sphere. So instead of spending all your energy on harsh words and conflicts and constant arguments, you have to sit down and talk wisely with your partner, and if it doesn't work, you have to decide to live by yourself, because this situation is depleting your energy. I'm just picking up March as a very important month for many of you, related to this situation with deciding how to move on, either by yourself. You have to decide to be single. Maybe it will be better for you than to be in a very unhappy relationship. March is kind of a turning point in how the situation will be improving. Okay, King of Swords. King of Swords in the place of professional growth, career, jobs, speaks about a very strong energy coming from either an influential person from your workplace. It could be your boss, it could be your colleague, and again, it's a lot of energy of intellectual battle. That's how I see it. Again, we see a person who is sitting on the throne with a sword, and this time the energy is a little bit harsher. It's more male kind of competitive energy. There will be a lot of competition for many of you who are watching, in terms of career choices, in terms of your workplace environment, and you will have to stand up for your reasoning, for your ideas, for your for recognition of your value that you are bringing to this workplace. And I will tell you that in the long run, your employer or supervisor, or this strong personality who you may be in a conflict with in the beginning of 2019, by springtime they will recognize your strengths, and I'm pretty sure that there will be a change. There will be a positive change. Either you will have a raise or praise coming from this person, or if this situation continues and you don't get whatever you're struggling for, you're fighting for, I would say, not struggling, fighting is the better word here. You will have to decide whether you want to stay in this workplace for longer. I would say you have to use your fire energy to, first of all, stand up for your interests, and secondly, you have to move on with finding a more appropriate workplace. So there will be some kind of competition, competitive energy coming on for you, and it's good for fire signs, but not, you should not overdo with your, you know, adventures or your kind of fighting spirit in this situation, because you really need to succeed, not only to fight all the times. I know that Sagittarius is a sign of a victory, of setting a goal and moving to the goal with a lot of adventurous spirit, with a lot of positive energy, and you know, you have it, but you cannot be like that all the time, because we need you need to find comfort zone. So for many of you who are not feeling comfortable with either your supervision, or maybe also, yes, it's something that related to justice, you know, although it's not a justice card, I really feel that there will be the situation for some of you that you have to stand up for the justice in your workplace, and if the company is not using the fair play, you will be the person who will bring up this issue on the table, and there could be some kind of conflict and could be a positive change. So either you will win and you will change the atmosphere and in the workplace, or you will have to leave, because King of Swords, it's a card of harsh competition, conflicts, fight, and victory for either of the sides, because I don't believe that in this case you can still go on working for people who are not sharing your values. That's how I feel. The Emperor card in the position for overall well-being, finances, and health is a wonderful card because it brings a lot of power, a lot of positive energy of life, energy of I would say energy of expanding your influence, of expanding your finances and growing, because the Emperor card as well as the Empress card, they are cards of fertility, cards of prosperity, abundance, and particularly for the Emperor card, again, there is this energy of standing up for what you already possess, of not only bringing your assets that you already have to growth, but also standing up for your territory. That's how I feel about this card. So if we talk about health, you really have, and you know, Sagittarius is a sign of good health usually, and a lot of, you know, this fire energy of adventure, of creativity, so it's there, but please don't overwork with that. Don't become too possessive, don't become too competitive, because it can strain your nerves and it can you know, drain energy from you. Talking about finances, yes, I said already, a lot of abundance, possessions, and you have to stand up for what you already have. There will be some kind of infringement on your possessions. It could be coming actually from very close friends, or I would say family members. So please be on the alert about how to, I wouldn't say hide your information, but I would keep your books in order and don't let other people to interfere in your financial matters. That's how I feel about that. Like, you have to be strong, you have to take care of what you already have, defend your territory, and keep your books under control. Don't let others mishandle your resources. Okay, now how about the Animal Spirit card? And you know, I really love this deck because, oh, one card really wants to, actually there are a couple of cards, so I have to shuffle again. You know, spirit animals, they're archetypes of spiritual energies that we can resonate with, and they're good allies for us in our life, because animals, they have very strong capacity to live in harmony with their environment, and they have the strategies to survive no matter what. So I really would love to see what animal for Sagittarius in 2019 will give us the idea of what the energy is to kind of to resonate with. And we have a Fox card. I love this card, it's so beautiful. So let me read the positive side of Fox personality: wit, practical cunning, discernment, shape-shifting, allure, camouflage, magic, survivor. So I think it's a very good card for all of you who will find themselves in this situation of competition, of fight for your own values, for your own truths. For love relationship, you have to use your wits more than your, I wouldn't say naivete, but you really have to, at times you have to use your magic of shape-shifting, and you have to find a lot of positive words and compromising energy, because Fox needs to survive at any rate in all situations, and you really have to use your wits, your magic and survival skills, alluring skills, to keep your loved ones with you, and to keep your romantic life you know, of conflicts and judgments and arguments. So I think it resonates with the situation with even influential parent who is not approving of your choice of your partner, your choice of partner. I think that Fox energy of like, be wiser, don't fight with your parents, but just try to allure them into liking your partner as the way you like them. So talk about their positive characteristics of their behavior, which can really shine their personality, can make their personality shine. That's what I want to say. Interesting. Shadow side: trickery, deception, sexual excess, illusion. So I think this shadow side characteristics of a fox, they resonate much with our situation with King of Swords, and to some extent with the Emperor. So you really have to go beyond any illusions. If you see that someone is deceiving you, you have to be cunning enough and smart enough to over smart them, so to speak. You really have to show the truth in the way how it can play in your hand. And I'm not saying that it should necessarily be like you will have to, they cheat on you, you will have to cheat on them. It's not exactly that, but you have to be very careful with people who are giving you a lot of promises, and you have to go beyond illusions, and you have to keep your possessions and your well-being intact, and you have to keep it protected. So that's how I think the energy is coming from both positive and shadow sides of Fox personality could be used by many of you who is watching. And I would say that Sagittarius I think it's a very harmonious kind of animal spirit energy with a fire sign. Even the color, like color of a fire, I think it's very much in your character, Sagittarius, to play, to be playful, to use your wits, to use compromise more than just open fight with your opponents, and become a winner. I think it's, although we have a couple of cards with a little bit of harsh energies, I think we have to find very positive, advice coming from the Fox card, that we can use any situation that is coming in 2019 to our advantage. So I think it's quite positive reading, and a lot of interesting situations and associations coming from the cards for you. And if you want a more detailed reading, you can book a personal reading. And other than that, I wish you well. I wish you luck in 2019. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.